Hello, assalamu alaikum. It's your girl Nadirah P, aka Big Body Naughty, and we are back at it again with another cooking with Nadirah P. Today, I'm so excited because it's 9:30 at night and I'm so hungry. Today we're making chicken parmejawn. Chicken parmesan. So we need to get started on that because it's already about to be 10 o'clock at night, and I fasted today. And I'm hungry. So you guys already know how I clean the chicken. I haven't even cleaned the chicken yet. So I'm about to do that and then we're gonna start from there. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the chicken breasts are all clean. I asked my mom to get like 4 or 5 of them. Damn! But these things are large and in charge. Like, these things are huge. So before we flatten them, I'm gonna cut them. Try to cut them in half. I might be able to cut them into 3 parts, but let's do that. Oh, perfect. So out of 1, we have 3 pieces. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cook all this, but we'll see. So these chicken breasts, I guess I kind of underestimated them. So I now have all of these pieces of chicken. So somebody's gonna have to eat these because I only live with 2 other people. But they're all cut, they're about to be seasoned. And before that, let me show you guys everything that we're gonna need. So for this, you're gonna need, of course, noodles. I like fettuccine. You can use linguine, angel hair, you can use penne pasta, you can use any type of noodle that you like. I prefer fettuccine. You need all-purpose flour. It's chicken parmesan, so you could only use Parmesan cheese, which I have right here. But the recipe that I saw also called for mozzarella, provolone. So I just got a forced cheese mix. And we'll put that on top. You need some panko seasoned breadcrumbs. You can get plain breadcrumbs and season them yourself, but who has the time? You need eggs, and you need, last but not least, tomato sauce. Again, you can make and season your own tomato sauce, but I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're gonna put all the chicken back in the bowl. Y'all know I like to season it when it's in the bowl. Let's give it one final rinse. So we're going to do all of our usuals, and then we're gonna add some. So y'all know our usuals: adobo, and y'all know I season to smell, garlic powder, onion powder. We're gonna do some seasoning salt, black pepper, and we're gonna do some Italian seasoning. I love a couple of these seasonings also in the breadcrumbs that we're gonna be using, but I don't care. I don't care. And I found some Cajun seasoning that we have, and we're gonna do a little bit of that because my family does not like spicy stuff, even though I feel like I want a little kick. Let's put a little bit more seasoning salt. So we are going to put this in the fridge while I prepare everything that I'm going to be dipping my chicken in. Okay, so I'm going to put some eggs. I have to beat a couple eggs to dip our chicken in before we fry them. I feel like 2 eggs is enough, but I also feel like we have a lot of chicken. So I think we might have to do 3. So they say the panko breadcrumbs are best, but while in my cabinet, I found these breadcrumbs, the crumbs, Italian style. So I feel like we could just use these and take these back because we're all about saving money. So I don't even know if I need to, but I'm going to just shake them up. I have my pre-shredded Parmesan cheese, and to just save on dishes, I'm going to just empty the breadcrumbs right here, because I don't feel like using a bunch of dishes. Call it ghetto if you want to. And boom, now let's do our flour. So for the flour, we're just gonna eye it so it looks like it's gonna be enough. You can always add more, but I hate using too much flour, because then it's like once you dip the chicken in it, like you can't put that flour back in the bag. So I would rather have crap too little and be able to add it later than to have too much. So bada zingo, baby. And there we go. Things are ready for our chicken. And I think we should start on the sauce and get the sauce going and get the sauce seasoned and get it ready, because once the chicken is done, we're going to have to put the chicken in the sauce to put it in the oven so the cheesy goodness can melt. So let's start on that. So we're about to put our sauce. Move this napkin. Oh my God! It caught on fire!
I said, oh Lord, is this a fire?
So, cooking 101, remove all the napkins. Oh my God, I almost burnt my house down. Okay, but again, I have the Prego roasted garlic and herb Italian sauce. Again, if you feel like you got it like that to where you can make your own sauce, by all means. However, your girl does not have it like that, so I'm not even going to play myself. And I'm using both cans because I will have enough for the chicken, but I also have to have enough for the noodles. Before I start seasoning it, I like to let it simmer a little bit. I like to let the bubblies start to warm. So let's give that a minute, and then we will start to season it. I like to taste it first as well. So once it starts to simmer, I taste it to see what it needs, because it's already pre-seasoned and you don't want to put too much of something and it ends up being nasty. Just stir it. And then let's wait for it to simmer. In the meantime, I'll get our pan and our oil out, so when this is like warm and bubbly and all seasoned, I can start frying the chicken. Okay, so now, ooh, no it is not. So now that's bubbly. Let's taste it. It definitely has a whole lot of garlic, which is great. We love that. But it also has this sweetness that I don't like in tomato sauce. So first we're gonna add some onion powder, because again, it has a lot of garlic. I don't taste any onion. Then we're gonna add some Italian seasoning. Never too much of that. Never. Then we're gonna add some salt. Not some seasoning salt, but some Himalayan pink salt. I absolutely love, because that's the only thing that's gonna get rid of that kind of sweet aftertaste that I can't stand. Better, but still sweet. So some more salt. More salt. There we go. Perfect. So we're just gonna let that simmer, let that bubble, let that do its thing, and we're gonna get started on our chicken. So we have everything lined up. I ended up taking the cheese off the plate as the breadcrumbs, because I was like, I don't want any cross contamination, I don't want to get sick. So We have our flour here, we have our 3 beat eggs, and we have our Italian style breadcrumbs that are pre-seasoned, and I mixed a little Parmesan cheese in there. I don't know why, that's what the thing told me to do. So let's take let's take our chicken out the fridge and let's get them all through this process and then on the plate, and then we're good to go. Okay, so we have our chicken here, and for each piece of chicken we're going to do flour, and we're gonna put it in the egg, and then we put it in the breadcrumbs. There's our first one. Looking pretty good. So we're gonna do that for the rest of them, and we're gonna get these bad boys ready to fry, not fly. So instead of 3 eggs, I needed 4, it's looking like now. A million years later, we are finished. Here's all of the pieces of chicken, wonderful golden brown. Now let's get ready to fry those up so we can start baking, because I'm beyond done with this whole process. So let's go. I've already prepared the water for the noodles, so I'm gonna start that to boiling because the chicken won't take too long, and when the chicken is done, when I go to put that in the oven, that's when I'm gonna cook the noodles. So just a key tip. So here is our pan. I'm gonna turn that on, get it ready. I'm so proud of this chicken. It came out so well. Again, here's the chicken. Don't ignore those pieces on the top, girl, because those was just accidente. So I'm just gonna I just washed it, so we're just gonna let the water drain out, and then we're gonna pour the oil, and then we're gonna get to frying, girl. Okay, so all that water has drained out. We are going to pour our oil in here. We don't want the chicken to be fully submerged in the oil, so we're gonna pour enough so that it reaches both sides, but we're not trying to deep fry the chicken, you know what I mean? So let's just, I feel like that's good. Like, I don't want to do much more than that, but I also don't want it to be too little because I don't want the chicken to like burn. So let's let that get nice and hot, and then we're going to start putting our chicken in there. Okay, so let's see if it's hot. That thing hot, baby. What it do, baby?
We're outside.
Why are you always telling me you outside? Just come to the door.
So you could come down and be at the door, open my time.
Bye. Okay, so this is ready. This is obviously ready. If you want to test if it's ready, put some flour in that bad boy. You hear that thing sizzle like that right there, and it's ready. Ooh-wee. Yes. 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 Let's let them things crack diddle pop. Now they said you're not supposed to cook them long because you are still putting them in the oven to bake when you have to melt the cheese, so you don't have to cook them OD long. They said 3 to 4 minutes on each side, so let's see what 3 minutes does. Oh yes! Oh, look at that! Girl, that was like 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it already got brown like that. That one needs a little more time, but we can flip it again. Look at that. What? Call the Food Network. This one needs a little bit more time. Tell them I'm ready. So real quick, while those are cooking, we're just lining the bottom of the pan with the tomato sauce so that we can just put the chicken right into there, put the cheese on top, and then we can get things rolling. So the last 3 pieces are done. Thanks. You're welcome. So we have our baking sheet ready with our sauce, and we are about to line up the chicken. Ooh. Ooh. Chicken is falling. How we're gonna fit all of this in here, I don't know. Guess we could do it the long way. Should I do it this way or this way?
You might have to cut some pieces.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not what I'm trying to do.
No, it's tonight. Oh, let's do it this way.
You got another pan?
Bro, don't ask me no questions. So you gotta put the sauce on the joint.
It's crazy because I bit into that chicken. I was like, this is mad juicy too.
Like so.
Yeah, shake that thing.
Miriam.
Shake that Laffy Taffy, girl. Shake that Laffy Taffy.
Nigga was like, don't drench the chicken. I hate drench the chicken.
The nigga in the video?
The nigga in the video was mad angry. I was like, yeah, I'm not.
I was so amused. Dude, if you put some goddamn more cheese around the edges.
Why? This is bullying. And once the oven is preheated to 350, we're gonna put it in there to cook. So let's put the bam, noodles. Noodler. Hey Siri. Gosh darn, it's in my pocket. Set a timer for 11 minutes. So our 2 pans are going in the oven. We're gonna keep them in there for about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's see. So we ran into a little bump in the road and we end up running out of sauce. But I found a can of tomato sauce and I also found a can of crushed tomatoes. So we're about to add that to the little bit of sauce that we have, season again, blah, 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 and hopefully get this done with. So it has been 22 minutes and the chicken is looking good, looking great, delicioso. But let's cut into it and see if it's done. I'm a star, bro. Take that piece. Why would you take the piece I'm about to bite? Man, I'm over here acting crazy. Take this one. It's not a choice. I'm telling you to take. I'm about to stab you with this fork.
Stabby, stabby, ho.
Can you not curse in front of my vlog? So, it's really. He hung up on me. It's really
would she bite the piece that I literally put my fork over?
It's hitting so hard, bro.
Please drink some water after this.
Is this me?
I think she said Bismillah before.
Can I cook? Have I been sleeping on myself? I mean, the flavor.
Why it's not cooking?
That's it. Please get out my face. You didn't take no cheese. The flavor, oh my god, the texture.
The thickness.
She's so annoying, bro. The breading. Everything about this is just, wow. Alhamdulillah. Okay, happy for that. Wow.
You have iron?
Wow. This is immaculate. Allahu Akbar.
Lick all the barakah off. I wonder if that's... Never mind.
It is true.
No.
Oh my god.
I just feel like you should be asleep.
This is not cooking with Nadirah P anymore. This is Chef Boyardee Big Body Naughty. That's it, bro. Like, what more can I say? I'm impressed. Was it good, Miriam?
It was delicious.
And this is a culinary expert.
I am not a culinary
that refuses to cook for anybody but her husband. But we're gonna let it go.
Not a culinary expert.
He's gonna lie on my vlog. Wow, what more can I say?